Can I stop a certain Austrian painter from taking power? We're playing inside of a Germany in 1928, and we've got 5 years to stop the National Socialists from taking power. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty hard, to say the least. Now, currently, as of January 1928, the No-No Germans are only at 3% support. The problem is that number below here, inflation. If that starts to skyrocket, we're gonna be screwed. I mean, I guess we're already in the thick of it because it really begins to jump up there in 1923 and 1924. This game's alternative history, while historical accuracies is a major concern, keep in mind this is a game and that any divergence from actual events will necessarily have to involve some element of make-believe. So inflation is finally under control and the economy is expanding. We've also reached agreements with the Western powers and the Soviet Union that might make genuine peace a reality. Remember that this is currently the world that we're dealing with, looking something like this. As Germany, we just lost World War I, but we've had a decade to rebuild. We have Stalin over here and Soviet Russia in power, and the Brits and French that really don't want another world war. Also about to enter the Great Depression here for the USA. So at the Labor and Socialist International, we can forge contracts with our fraternal socialist parties in Europe and across the world. We've got multiple options here. So we're basically setting the stage for a Germany that's probably going to choose a pretty radically different political option. They can go the way they went historically, but we're going to try to push them obviously to the left. Build relationships with the French and British Labor Party to move their governments in Germany's favor. I don't know if I want to do that. Learn organization and street fighting from the Austrian socialists. Learn the path of economics and reform from Scandinavia. Contact the Socialist Party in America. I don't think they're really going to help that much, to be honest. Maybe I do go as Germany the Scandinavian route. We obviously border Denmark. I feel like we can take some influence from them. Every time we take an action, 1 month is going to go by. Obviously, the No-No German Party really doesn't like my own party currently. Right, let's see what this is all about. In addition to being a political party, the SPD is a social world unto itself with a vast array of associated organizations with sure social need for their members to create a great. Fund more newspapers and journalists. Fund more mutual aid and welfare programs. Fund sports leagues, education, cultural programs, self-defense. We have the reputation of being a party for old men. Support the youth organizations. That might be a good idea. That way we don't radicalize the youth. We don't want a bunch of young men to take up arms for the other side. Give that a shot. Our new youth members flock to the left. Okay, that's good, I think. Oh, I didn't realize we have different advisors available. Otto here, I just like the name. Longtime chairman of the SPD. He is gifted organizer and a member of the centrist faction. I don't necessarily, so everyone's gonna have different things. They can do different things, I guess, for us. Oh, I like that they gave us a little background on each one of these dudes. So I don't have the resources to be able to do any of these just yet, or I can shuffle leadership, but I don't want to do that. Questions of ideology. The SPD is torn between many different ideologies currently. Oh boy, the left fighting itself. Class struggle and preparing the proletariat for the revolution, or the center Marxism remains the best way to resolve our internal contradictions. So I don't have to do these cards, especially because I think I only have a certain amount of resources available, maybe each year, or is it every month? I'm gonna draw another one here. Oh, can I just keep drawing cards to fill my hand? Inter-party relationships, campaigning, or choosing our enemies. Ooh. Now, as the SPD, we're polling pretty high. We've got a 0.25% support, much higher than 3%. If we try to crush the No-No Germans now, wouldn't that be the way to go? Before they, or do we want, here's the thing. Do we not want to give them the time of day? Do we not want to give them attention? I could see how, like, randomly if we try to crush this party that's already small and significant for now, maybe that just draws attention to it. See, that's the thing we gotta think about. I'm gonna go to campaigning and see what this is all about. Whether or not we're in an electoral campaign, the party is always trying to broaden its voter base. So obviously there's a big election in 1933. That's when the No-No Germans take power. We have to keep in mind when the next elections are going to be. And that 1933, see, the No-No Germans don't, it's not a landslide victory in 1933 in Germany. Hilter here does win 43% of the vote. I mean, that does kind of feel like a landslide, not gonna lie. But the party that we are, SPD, we got 18%. Here's our boy Otto, and I guess our whole cabinet that we were looking at before. Okay, maybe the map actually is kind of showing a landslide, at least in all the German states. These ones not so much. I thought Bavaria didn't necessarily vote for them. Oh yeah, here's a map that I see. Okay, so there is something a little bit more than what I was thinking about. But here's what their Congress looked like. Hence the brown shirts. That's who you think it is. I guess that's why they use the color brown. What is unemployment? So I'm trying to figure out where our campaign should be focusing on. I don't see unemployment data yet. We have a lot of unemployed people. Then I'd want to do that. But something feels, I feel resistant to do anything like our traditional support base because, I mean, we already know we're destined to lose, so we should try to do non-traditional things, I feel. This is what I was worried about. So choosing our enemy in our media and campaign materials, who should we consider as our opponents? Obviously, I think I don't want to draw attention to them. It's only 1928 anyways. In terms of choosing our ideology, you know what? I'm gonna go radical here a little bit. Class struggle, preparing the proletariat for the revolution. I don't want people just to think, I want to give people an option here. I want to let people know that this is just not the, what's that word? We're not just like trying to make things things continue to go where they like we're an option for change. There you go, a party of change. So the president is Hindenburg and the chancellor is Marx. Oh, next election. Okay, so we need to be ready for this. May 1928. This is gonna be the big part of the game. Let me draw another card and see what this is. Ooh, media. The SPD runs a veritable media empire with many newspapers throughout every German city and region. Oh, we can fund a radio station, which is negative. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. We know the radio only gets more popular with time as we head into the 30s. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I have 0 resources available now. We're gonna connect with people in more intimate settings than ever before, spreading the message of socialism along with music and other popular content. I like that idea. Okay, so here we go. Here's the Reichstag elections. May we do our best. Election results. Okay, so we gained 4 percentage points, or is that just 4 seats? Because I'm just mainly watching the no Germans as long as they stay at 3% only. Okay, so this is not too bad. Of course, it's not like the USA. You have to form coalition governments. I guess we will form a grand coalition because I don't. Now, this is a little bit scary. I feel like grouping us up with all of these other political parties could mean that, like, if we do a bad job, they're gonna just throw all of us under the bus and choose to go with the brown shirts. So as expected, the SPD is the largest party, and this time we are expected to take the lead role in the formation of this next government. So this Mueller guy is popular within the party and is preferred candidate of the center, but this guy is more popular. Let the center party have their chancellor. We do not form the government. I'm gonna choose Otto here. I don't really want to align too much with the center. I feel like that is a bad idea. Like I said, giving the German people radical options because they're mad. At this point, 1928, they lost World War I. They're being forced to pay heavily economically. French are not letting their boot off of our face, off our neck. They want that money. They want to get paid. The Center Party is now asking for more cabinet positions or for Braun to resign his state government role. Yeah, have the cabinet positions. That's fine, whatever. Now we get to pick a number of ministries. I don't know if I want to control economic. I don't know how complicated that's going to get, honestly, in this game. I wouldn't mind getting the foreign ministry. That'd be kind of fun just to see what kind of like international relations we can do. I'm just going to do that just because I think I'd have a good time doing that. Maybe the economic ministry control a broader economic policy, and that's all we got. Next election, May 1932. So now I can draw from party affairs or the government affairs deck, and then this is the hand I can choose. Prussian affairs. Prussia, by far the largest and most important state in Germany, is governed by our party in a coalition with the center and democratic parties. We can try to start to, I think, purge the military, but that would make us weak. I think that's the reason why this defense tab is here. If we look too weak, I don't know, maybe the Soviets invade us, even though we don't border the Soviets at this time. Someone invades us, France. Bolster the loyalty of the police. I mean, that doesn't sound like, I just, I don't want the brown shirts to get to them. So we've improved training and recruitment process to select for a broader demographic. We have 0 resources available. It could be a problem. War guilt. Ooh. War guilt has been an intermittent Reichstag committee for investigating the cause of the Great War and the German defeat. So far, it has faced massive resistance from the military establishment up to President Hindenburg. Whatever, let's restart the inquiry. That just sounds fun. So what is the goal? To provide a historical record of the events of the war, or to revise the popular German histories and finally put to rest the stabbed in the back myth. What is that? Stabbed in the back. The belief that the German army did not lose the First World War on the battlefield, but were... Oh... Okay. Well, maybe if we try to tackle that right now, it would be a good idea. All right, well, let's see what happens. Panzer A. So we're trying to construct our first new battle cruiser, or basically a tank for Germans rearm. Aren't we not supposed to do that? We're not supposed to militarize, guys. I feel like that one like nerdy kid in the classroom, like, oh, guys, the teacher said we can't do that. A lot of our members are vehemently against new military spending. This vote may be necessary to preserve the coalition. You know what? I'm gonna vote yes. Many party branches have begun agitating against the I just like panzers. I don't know. I don't really know that much about them, but I don't think we need to worry about campaigning or choosing our enemies just yet. I want to fill my hand. Okay, foreign policy. I like that. That sounds good to me. What should be our foreign policy ally? Okay, so improve our relations with Western allies, improve our relations with Eastern allies, relations with the Soviet Union. I don't really want to improve with the Soviet Union, TBH. I mean, especially around this time, we got the whole purges going on over there. That could be a bad look on our party. What if we try to renegotiate Versailles and try to get like France off of our neck? How much are we paying them still? Social welfare policy. The social welfare program includes unemployment insurance, healthcare, old age care. I'll increase welfare. How much? I don't even know what the money's looking like, but whatever. I mean, aren't we already crazy and dead anyways? Ooh, I don't really want to shuffle cabinet. Oh, I can always just say no. There's no need to do that, right? We're still leading, and no German's still at 3%. How often does the poll election results projection thing, does that change? It's really the workers that like us. The new middle class does not really love us all that much. Oh man, this is a huge breakdown. We don't need a campaign, so I'm just gonna get rid of this card. I'm gonna do party affairs and a couple government affairs. November 1928. Women's rights. According to the Constitution, women are equal to men, but this is not followed in practice. Women in the workforce. This reminded me of how, like, didn't women not get to vote in a neighboring country, the neighboring country Switzerland, until like 1970 something, which is just crazy. That's pretty funny. Switzerland celebrates 50 years of women's suffrage because their referendum that they held in 1971, which is really not that long ago. Better or worse, the socialists stand virtually alone in supporting increased rights for women. I'm going to improve welfare for single mothers and children, although I don't know where I can find my economy. Where's the economy tab at? December 1928, we have two options. Center Party Conference chooses their leader, or do I have to choose, okay, labor unrest. I'm going to support labor because that's what we do, right? Also, this Wilhelm Marx, former Center Party chancellor and president, oh, he's just resigned. Okay, so this guy's now the new party chair, that's fine. Our coalition is in trouble. The right-leaning members of the Center and DVP are constantly criticizing us for our policies. I don't want to agree with them. I do want to separate myself, so let's go ahead and do new elections, I guess. New elections have been set for March 1929. The economy appears to be slacking here entering 1929. Unemployment is increasing throughout the Republic. What if I chose political enemies as the center? Is this changed? Okay, this hasn't changed at all. I could just say, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go after the center here because I don't have to worry about the brown shirts just yet. They're still so low in the polls for now. I bet you that changes though. As if I start attacking them, then they're also going to increase on the other side. International relations, that's what I'm talking. Oh, can't do anything with this just yet. The Reichsbanner is a mass organization for defense of the Republic against the extremists who threaten it. I might get an extra resource here. I know that I want extra resources. We have to be changed. That's what I think. Here we go. Here's the elections. So 0% change, 0. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, well, that is very bad. Mostly nothing's happened, but the NSDAP did gain 1 percentage point, so they're getting more over there. Gotta watch that. What if we don't form a government? Let's try that instead of just picking one of these dudes. What if I let the center have their party? We would not participate in the government at all. This will cause significant internal deaths. This is the good thing is, like, if Germany's already headed off towards a cliff, if our party isn't involved in the government at all, they can't blame us, right? I mean, that's why I'm seeing it. Revolutionary socialism is our goal, or we hope to reach a socialist majority in the next election. Okay, that seems more, I don't even know what the other thing was, so I'm not even in the government anymore. We've definitely gone a different alternative history route for the SDP here. Now, fall in line, enforced party discipline, a communist demonstration in May Day 1929. Tensions run high in Berlin. The communists are planning a demonstration to commemorate the 10th anniversary of this uprising. Yeah, go ahead, demonstrate. Let's get those ideas out there, not the other ideas. Inflation's at 3.1%. We have no more elections. How many elections do we have? Damn. Oh, I lost 4%. Okay, well, this is not good. I guess I should just form a grand coalition then. Give me labor. July 1929, a new agreement on reparations. Okay, we've reduced Germany's reparation payment and give us more physical autonomy. And France is withdrawing their military occupation of the Rhineland, so that's cool. Yeah, I guess I can get on board with that. Death of this guy. He's leader of the DVP. Democratic forces in the Republic will be now much weaker. Okay, well, that's concerning. Black Tuesday, so now officially the Great Depression has begun. Stock market in America has had its biggest crash in history. Ooh, we must do something to stop the suffering. What can that be? We can just let things go. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The economic crisis. I'm going to support the labor review, call for increased public works and fiscal stimulus. Why not? Just give it a shot. I'm going to keep spending on welfare to the point where coalition dissidence low. Okay. We can set national standards for labor. Man, I don't know why I kind of want to enforce this 40-hour work week, although people are going to be not happy about that. But during this time, yeah, I don't know if we should do that, actually. Develop and enforce safety regulations. If we enforce I mean, it's during the Great Depression, y'all. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyways. We need to make sure that things do not completely collapse. New Year, January 1930. The NSDAP seems to be strengthening local elections. Very worrisome. But we need fundraising. For better or worse, the party cannot exist without money. Maintain our current dues. Resources gained. I'm going to just maintain the current dues. Yeah, let's just tax the rich. Unemployment's at 20%. Oh my goodness. Well, at least inflation is down, but deflation can't necessarily. Oh my goodness. 1933 is coming up. Since literally almost a quarter of the German people are unemployed, I'm going to go ahead and focus my campaigning on the unemployed. So yeah, we still have one more resource left. No German SA has disrupted our rally. Their street troopers are preventing us from meeting. Can I call the police? No, I'm going to use the Reichsbanner to protect them. Unfortunately, Reichsbanner was not able to hold back the oof. Uh-oh. This is so scary. This game is scary. Like, I feel like we're headed, it's just we're headed towards a dark path, clearly. Oh, nice street fighting. I've been hearing about this. Like, back in those days, there was just literally, like, battles on the streets between, like, political parties. I don't know if we should try to avoid all militant confrontation, because they're gonna be militant more than likely. Do I want to waste my last resource to make my Reich's banner stronger? I guess so. All Quiet on the Western Front. Censorship and violence. Oh, the movie's just released. Ooh, I'm gonna have to allow that film to be shown. I'm sorry. 31% employment. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and again continue to invest and make sure that the unemployed people are on our side. I don't want Germany, even if the Germans do take power, I don't want Germany to have a massive military on their side. So I'm not going to vote for a massive warship to be built. I guess we're gonna do an election here. Here we go. May 1931 elections. Please oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is really bad. They've already they don't have a majority, but they are gonna form a government here. Yeah, that's extremely worrying. President Herbert Hoover of the United States has issued a moratorium on war debts payment from the Great War, including Germany's. Oh, I think we're absolutely screwed. I want to increase dues. We're in maximum overdrive mode. I keep focusing on unemployment, but they're not freaking voting for me. How's there already another election? I just keep getting destroyed in this. Oh no. Oh, yeah, the one that shall not be named just took power. Wait, can we avoid him? Can we support Hindenburg? Second round of voting begins. He still won. What do we do now? The beginning of the, god dang it. He's literally coming after us. We have to fight him on the streets to get him to not come after us. Yeah, let's just start a civil war. Screw it. The array of forces, our enemies are nationalists. On our side, we have the I did fund them. I made them stronger over time. They're poorly trained and equipped. Yeah, let's bring in the Soviets. Soviets, come help us out. 180,000 fighters of the communist RFB in addition to the workers. Okay, maybe call a general strike. I don't really know. Call the Reichs to stand down. I don't think they're gonna stand down. I did support the police at one point. We can call the Prussian police in this crucial hour. The Prussian police are split and about half actively supporting our efforts. Okay, now I guess I'll call the strike. A general strike stopped and it can stop fascism today. However, labor is deeply divided and most workers. Okay, so now I'm gonna appeal to, I'm just gonna do all my options. We have urged them to stand down to avoid oofing the countrymen. Some officers, troops. Okay, I guess we're gonna battle now. Total defeat. Oh, jeez. You could have worded that like we just got destroyed. Oof, got game over right there. Bam. Undisputed control over Germany. We lost civil war. Oof. Well, damn.
And a big old thanks to my patrons.
I stole Drudernell's Robux and won't return them until he plays Cartwright into Drudernell.
Alexander
Drew's
the
Argentinian grandpa.
I'm back, boys.
A fat Norwal.
Connor
I will
Conley
literally
as
revive
the
the
douchebag
Megan.
of the grave. Drew doesn't realize
King
Imperial
Barry,
Japan flag is the same as
the
modern
goat,
Japan
Nord
flag.
Tyrol,
The
Tamron,
Mexican 760.
and Boy.